Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano. Guys, tonight we got something interesting to talk about. Looks like Aldi is crushing the competition. And what competition do they really have? Walmart? I guess that's what we're going to compare it to tonight. Compare Aldi to is Walmart, because that is really, as far as prices go of today's age, today's high prices, inflation in the grocery stores. Yes, I said it. I mean, nobody else wants to admit the numbers. Here we speak the truth. Prices are higher than they've ever been. There is no denying that. People are struggling struggling to buy food for their family. You know, people always ask me, Dan, which do you recommend, Aldi or Walmart? And there is never any talk of Kroger or Meijer or any other stores. Grocery outlet, I've been getting questions about how grocery outlet is. I might have to get back out there, but grocery outlet was nothing to brag about, as most of you who have seen that video, yeah, you're still going to find cheaper prices at Walmart and Aldi, which I was a little disappointed in that one. So Aldi, I will say, in every way, shape, and form is knocking it out of the park, as to where Walmart keeps the prices close on a lot of different maybe pantry items, long shelf items, canned goods, canned vegetables. The cheaper ones, as we know, are right around 63 cents a can at Walmart, or 64 cents a can, 63 cents a can at Aldi, which a penny doesn't really mean too much. But what does mean too much, or a lot, is produce and meat and dairy. So produce and meat products have gotten ridiculously overexpensive all over the country and around the world. It's not just us, guys. It is happening all around the world. Produce at Aldi is really killing it. I mean, they really are. The produce prices are amazing compared to what you're going to pay pretty much anywhere else every day. And believe me, you can trust me on this one, because every Aldi that I go to, at least here in Ohio, produce prices are right about the same. Now, I understand that could vary a little bit depending on where you live in the country, but that can vary a little bit at Walmart as well. The one thing that doesn't vary are prices on, like, different sugar, flour, canned goods. There's some places it may vary a little bit, but for the most part, out of the 46,000 something viewers we have on the channel, those prices seem to be all pretty much the same. Make sure you let us know down in the comments if they ever differ once we visit these stores and kind of go over some of the different sales and stuff like that. We always encourage people to take part in the channel, letting us know what your prices are in your neighborhood, because you're not just helping us, you're helping your neighbor and our YouTube family on here. Now, with Aldi, I've noticed that everything in produce has been cheaper. Everything. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. Yes, we've seen prices go up at Aldi as well on some produce, but where can you get a 10-pound bag of potatoes for $4.39? You're going to pay almost $7 for the same thing at Walmart. And that's just here. I can't imagine what produce prices are here on, like, the East or West Coast, depending on if you have local farmers. But we all know that doesn't really matter too much, because we have local farmers around here, and some things we pay higher prices than what you may pay. Now, that could be because it's being delivered so far that it's like, well, you might be getting the last of the batch. People don't think of that, right? It's like, if we have, Ohio farmers here that are dishing it out. Look at milk. People always say, when I show milk prices in Cincinnati and kind of beyond here in the Ohio region, or the tri-state area, northern Kentucky, eastern Indiana, and central Cincinnati, up probably to about Columbus, milk prices are pretty daggone good. Now, as to where they keep going up in price, they're going up where you are too, if you're outside that area, probably to extreme numbers. But Aldi has kept it a few cents cheaper than pretty much anywhere else, and we're also seeing where they're keeping, like, different, like, eggs, and that's where you really start to see what Aldi is really doing. I feel like Aldi is taking a hit on a couple of these things, because they're not getting the kind of prices like Walmart and maybe even Kroger and some of these places on different dairy products, yet they still somehow manage to keep the numbers down. Right, because whoever's producing the milk, or those, wherever farm that they're localizing this product out from, is working out a deal with Aldi, because if they didn't, then just like Walmart, they would discontinue that. right? We may get to a point someday where they call, Walmart milk super value milk, right? All of a sudden, Great Value's gone because prices have gotten ridiculous. Great Value prices are going up. Don't let anybody else tell you different. I've seen prices of Great Value go up on a lot of different things. Let us know some of your favorite products down in the comments that you have seen go up at Walmart lately. I have seen a ton. Now, as to where it's not huge increases, it still is increases. And when you raise things a few cents every couple months, well, after about 6 months, you really start to take notice, right? We're not seeing the 50-cent canned goods at Walmart anymore. We probably never will. As a matter of fact, canned goods are going to be going up. But when they go up at Walmart, you better believe they're going to be going up at Aldi as well. Maybe. I mean, we've seen, like, when beans go up, right? We've seen beans go up at Walmart and Aldi. Why aren't we seeing them go up at Kroger, Meijer, some other stores? Why is that? Because they're paying a premium price for these to begin with. They've already been making and their customer, they're selling more, right? Kroger and Meijer and these places, they're selling more of these products or for that reason. Now, one thing I will say also, and this does affect Walmart and Aldi, is a lot of their canned goods have shrinkflated. If you notice when I do my little shake the can thing, because I want to, and some of them might be a little fuller than others, but most Happy Harvest and most Great Value canned goods, unless you're paying the premium price, right? Unless it's like a specific brand that they're charging more for. What do I mean by that? Like if it's a special type of bean that they don't sell a lot of, well, you might be $1.16 at Walmart, or some even now $1.26. These are usually canned goods that traditionally stores don't sell a lot of. If you shake one of those, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty heavy. That feels a lot heavier than this watered down corn here by Happy Harvest or Great Value, right? That's how they're selling it for 63, 64 cents a can. If it was full, like Kroger canned goods are, then it would be 89 to 99 cents a can, just like Kroger, some of these other stores. Right? I mean, we always go over these things. Just going over this, I got this question asked a couple different times today by you guys as I was going around Kroger. And I thought it was funny. It must be something going on. I think maybe some canned good prices may be going up here shortly, because when people start randomly asking me the same question, yeah, something's going on. So take that for what you will. Now, let's talk about meat products for a second. Now, meat has been going through the roof. Meat products have skyrocketed, and they're getting higher. They're going up, guys. Pork prices, we said this months ago, that pork was going to be going up because of everything that has gone on, all the different American companies that have been working through either some other companies like Smithfield or Tyson or some of these other companies that have shut down. We said this was going to happen, that prices were going to start rising. Look at the price of pork chops now. Look at the price of ribs. Look at Sam's Club. The one where you got to buy 2 packs, and yes, they are delicious, but they are now $3.48 a pound. That's the most expensive they have ever been. The baby back ribs, right? The good ones, right? They are no longer, yes, they've gone up 50 cents a pound. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. After being cheap for a while, we knew that it was going to happen anyway. We're like, oh boy, they're probably selling this product off, and then it's going to go up in price. Look at the pork chops, $2.38 a pound. Those were $1.98 a pound. And I'm talking Sam's Club. Let's talk Walmart for a second. Walmart's prices, to be fair, they haven't gone up, but they haven't come down, and they've always been really expensive. And I don't think Walmart traditionally sells a ton of pork. Let me know down in the comments if your Walmart does, because every time I go to Walmart, it is falling out of the counter. Why is that? Now, the chicken will be gone. Even beef will be, not gone, but it'll be a lot less than the pork. Why is that? Because people aren't stupid. They're not buying pork chops and stuff from Walmart unless you find like a rollback offer or something, or, people are getting tight. Their wallets are getting tight because things are getting so expensive. People are starting to notice more of these problems, more of these heavy prices. Now, I've noticed this with Walmart for a couple years. I've seen where their pork just kind of sits there. It doesn't look like many people are buying it. And it's never really a good deal. And I always point that out. And, I've gotten some comments before where people think I'm crazy. And it's like, look at the price. I mean, I'm showing you what it is. I'm showing you what the deal used to be. I'm showing you what it is at every other store. It's the highest out there. And take the meat prices at Walmart. It's ridiculous. The steak prices are crazy. Now, let's go into Aldi here for a second, okay? Because I know Aldi can vary from state to state, even city to city, maybe town to town, because a lot of their different products, their fresh meat and everything is localed out through different sources. If you look on it, though, I'm talking about fresh meat here. I'm not talking about the stuff that comes in the packages where who knows where in the world it's come from. Make sure you check it. Not that it really matters, but I mean, a lot of the packaged meat and stuff that they have in like the flavor seals, I am not a fan. I have tried a couple of them. I know I tried the grass-fed. Now they do sell fresh grass-fed, which I do like. Let me say that at first. But the ones that are in like the packages, the steaks, they're very dry. They're very tough. And I know how to cook steak. Okay. Now I will say that Walmart is doing the same thing, but they are getting a lot of this stuff fresh. And as to where you are paying a little bit more for it, most of the quality. Now it's been a long time since I've bought any steak from Walmart because of the prices, but not just that, because some quality doesn't look that great sometimes. But besides the fact, if I had to buy a steak from either Walmart or Aldi, I would probably pick Walmart. I feel like I'm going to find something better, even though the price is up there. Now, when it comes to hamburger, okay, I would definitely get it from our Aldi. Now, we're in Ohio here, and it may be a little different than where you are. Okay, but the prices, right? I can get the price for 80% lean hamburger at our Aldi. Sometimes it varies, right? They have that thing that says mark as priced because of the fluctuations in hamburger. I've seen it as high as $3.99 for 80% lean, but we'll find it for $2.99 to $3.19 to $3.49 a lot of times on an Aldi Savor deal. And I believe the quality of that is way better than Walmart's. Plus, Walmart's, you gotta buy a 10-pound chub at Walmart to get it for under $4 a pound anymore. You have to buy one of those. If you try to get the fresh ground, oh no. No, it's going to be just as expensive, maybe a little bit less than Kroger. Meyer meat has really been going up in price too. I point it out when I can. The way these store videos go, I got to kind of let it flow. But as far as Aldi goes, yeah, they're for what they carry, okay? Because yes, Aldi is not as big as Walmart. And I'm going to be honest, and you guys may laugh at this, but if I had to pick a store, if I had to choose whether Aldi for forever or Walmart, I would pick Walmart. There's so many more things there. There's so many more things that we buy, right, of great value products. We love great value. And as to where the prices have gone up, it's still cheaper than Kroger or pretty much anywhere else, except for the products that they are in competition with Aldi. Now, it would be sad, I buy produce from Aldi, and that would be sad to see go, but I can find it on deals like we shop, as we always say, shop the sales as you see them. I would be buying produce and stuff, which I do at like Meijer and Kroger. And you really got to be careful these days, because with all the daggone recalls that keep popping up everywhere, it's like I've been seeing a lot of empty holes in things. Hopefully some of these vegetables and different things start coming back in. And we're going to see companies, it's also going to raise the prices, unfortunately, but that's what happens. But we're going to see a lot of companies, especially Kroger, Walmart, Aldi, they're not going to mess around. They're just going to, Weir's Farms, they'll probably just discontinue with them after all the different cases of products that have the whole listeria thing going on. They probably won't deal with them anymore. Or maybe they will, and they'll just, we got to do more heavy inspections on these things. But that'll blow over. Excuse me. But yeah, guys, as far as it goes, Aldi is crushing it in the competition. Now, Aldi came out back the first week of May, I think it was, first or second week of May, saying that they were lowering 250 products. They did. However, they said it was going to go on through summer. We are not through summer, and I've been noticing a lot of things go back up in price. Now, they still have a lot of great deals. And I think they came out and said, well, if prices go up on these things anymore, we may have no choice to pass a couple of these things off to the consumer. Kind of paraphrasing in that, there was a whole article on this thing. But then Walmart came out, their CEO came out and said, oh, we're lowering things on thousands and thousands of products. Thousands of products. What did we see in food that has lowered at Walmart? I'll give you a second. Ready? Absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, I've seen more price increases at Walmart over the summer than I've seen probably in the last year. Now, they haven't been huge price increases, not like back in like the end of 2021, early 2022, right? But at that point, Walmart was still kind of keeping prices lower. Now I feel like they're kind of forced to raise some of these prices on things. And to be fair, they never really came out and said they were lowering prices on groceries. Now, we talked about this, and I kind of knew that they weren't. Some things have lowered, like cans of chunk chicken breasts came down, and that's a popular item. If I was a business owner, right, and I know, like, well, people are going to be stocking up on these things. People buy our chunk chicken breast because it's already a good deal. We're going to knock 60 cents off 4 cans. Okay, we're going to knock 60 cents off 4 cans. And then that gets everybody talking. Oh my goodness, you can even buy the 2 cans for $5. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the popular items, they're going to lower just a little bit just because word of mouth, just like Walmart or any other company knows that word of mouth is the best advertising. Look at what we're doing right now. I'm sitting here talking about Walmart's #1 food product, probably, at least the one for on this channel, because we've had thousands of people talk about the Great Value canned chunk chicken, the 12.5-ounce cans. So, yes, those are still the same price. We haven't seen, I didn't expect to see any kind of lower prices on Walmart's produce, or obviously not dairy. Dairy's going up everywhere, but I did think at first that maybe the meat prices would come down, and those have only gone up. I will say Aldi has been doing a pretty good job at keeping some of their prices down, but the chicken that had come down at the beginning of summer is starting to go back up. So it is what it is. Prices are going to continue to rise. I just, this is mostly a discussion that I have witnessed myself. I have noticed shopping at both of these stores religiously, talking about these for the last couple years, seeing what people are buying on the channel, or at least talking about what they're buying, what products you're getting because of the, we have a lot of people on the channel that are really budgeting out their money as tight as they can because prices are expensive. You wouldn't believe how many people talk about buying sugar at Aldi because it's $2.95, and good job for Aldi. That is the cheapest around here. That is the cheapest. Walmart lowered their price, and it's still higher than pretty much anywhere else right now. Their 4-pound bags of sugar were $3.24 at the highest point. Now they are $3.14. So you lowered it 10 cents, and 10 cents is 10 cents. But while you're lowering this, you raise your sugar. You're the 10-pound bags. I scratch my head on that one. It's like, and there must have been something with them because they raised them twice in the matter of just a couple months. It's rare we see something at Walmart. They went from $7.28, and then while me and Jess were out of town, literally 10 days later, they raised it to $7.68. If you've been on the channel for a long, if you remember us talking about that, good job. You guys have been here for a while. We thank you for being part of the Dano team, Dano family here on YouTube. But yeah, went from $7.28 to $7.68. And then it sat at $7.68 for a pretty good while, and now they're at $8.17. $8.17 for Walmart brand sugar. Great Value sugar. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Is Great Value? I'm not sure, because me and Jessica buy Domino, which is pure cane sugar. I don't mind spending a little bit extra, and sometimes we'll get it at Walmart because it's a little cheaper. But where is great? I do believe Great Value, even for the 10-pound, 4-pound bags, the Great Value sugar is beet sugar, right? Like BEET sugar, right? So it's if that's the case, and it's not pure cane sugar. And I don't know. I've just always stuck with Domino. I'll pay a little bit extra for that, knowing that it's maybe better for you. You know, who knows these days. But yes, as far as what you're going to get, as far as products that you are buying on a maybe a monthly basis, you're definitely going to save more money on the same products that Aldi sells that Walmart sells. Okay, they're always a few pennies cheaper. Even if you're looking at spices, spices are cheaper. And chances are you're going to be able to find them at Aldi. It's where they don't carry the huge selection that Walmart does. What selection does Walmart have? Every time I go to Walmart, they're putting in new spices now because they just can't get in. They just can't get in a lot of the spices that we're used to seeing. And their spices, the cheapest one's $1.12. They did go up at Aldi from 97 cents to 99 cents, but still cheaper than Walmart. Look at cake. You can get a cake, Devil's Food, Dunkin', or not Dunkin', Baker's Choice or Baker's Corner. One of them, you can get a thing of cake mix for 98 cents. That's cheaper than Dollar Tree at Aldi. So, I look at all these things. I look at what everybody has talked about on the channel over the years. Because I understand Aldi, a lot of different products are... or a lot of products are, different brands, not from around here. You may like Great Value. You may like Savorites in some ways. And that's the thing. I mean, there are a lot of different types of brands at Aldi, which I've really grown to love. I love my Millville Raisin brand. I love that it's $2.19 a box for still the same size. It hasn't shrinkflated like Kellogg's has, which Kellogg's is stupid expensive, but we won't go there. Anyway, just going over the reasons why Aldi has really crushed it, at least for this summer. We need Walmart to kind of step up the competition some. And these two stores, it's good to have. This is healthy competition. Everything I read is Walmart versus Aldi. Walmart versus Aldi. That's a good thing. That's a good thing because they're constantly fighting to keep your business.